Welcome back to another Reading and Correcting. With me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and Ty, the Tiger Supervisor. These are where I read a chapter from one of my stories and correct it as I go. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to support me, that is on my Patreon. Today we are doing chapter 12 of An Errant Dawn. The city in the distance looks like the others I've seen. Tall buildings, some trying to touch the cloud, getting shorter as they move away from what the humans will consider the center of the city, no matter how off-center it is, with the occasional one breaking the patterns. We ran for weeks to get here, interrupting it only with the occasional hunt and sleep. Hunting with claws felt right. It aligned with the occasional memories, so much so I attempted to go down on all four once without realizing it and tripped. With him, we took down a larger creature, something Claws calls a quick charger, because of how quickly they can change direction, even turn around to charge at their pursuer. The head was hard, even without horns. It caused me injuries. Claws vanished and returned with armloads of fruits and vegetables to complete my meal. I make out a large roll cutting across the plain without traffic on it. Where is everyone? This territory has been emptied. Try to remember what the news said all those weeks ago. I have been too occupied to bother with television while in Moore's town. If you mean the district, I thought people were just supposed to stay inside. Claus shrugs. The military has a camp closer to the city. You haven't mentioned them since we left the town. I jog alongside Claus. Did you think I'd change my mind and leave if you did? You refuse to be part of my family, Derick. Twice. There is no inflection in his word, not even an undertone reflecting how he feels, and that only happens when a demon purposely withholds how they... withholds that. You are young. What you are and what I feel are in conflict. I do not know how to judge your reaction. We run in silence for a while, then he sighs. I have not been a parent in a long time, and how I was with my last child is not how I can be with you. I do not mean to hurt you, Derick. I apologize. I understand. Jason didn't mean to hurt me either, but I'm something neither completely understands. You're doing the best you can. I guess I need to remember that, too. Amanda told me so many lies, even Jason did. Humans seem to enjoy lying. I prefer how honest you have been, how demons seem to be. If there are things you haven't told me about what's ahead, I prefer you did now. I have told you all I know. I nod and run in silence for a while. Do you know anything about the sickness that's afflicting humans? Humans are fragile beings. They are always becoming sick. They even die of it. Have you seen something on the scale? On the scale of what's hitting the district before? He takes his time to answer. No, but I know little of what happens here. I learned much of the world by speaking with others of my kind who travel far. They have been hunted out of this territory. Protect the community may be the only family left, and none I spoke with told me of them. I was surprised to enter another's territory when I did. I nod, then slow, seeing shapes moving on the horizon. My eyesight is the weakest of my senses, but it's better than humans. The two forms are humans. Are human. Are human walking. No, actually humans, because he's referring to them as people. Are humans walking. Not long after that, what could be the roof of tents appears behind them. Sentries, Claus says. The military base is close behind them. I glance at him, large and four-legged, to make running easier. You should take a less threatening form. If we're going to work with them again, it's best if we approach on their level. Claws shrink to a little taller than I am, walking on two legs. His skin becomes the set of clothing I am used to seeing him in. This time the hood is pulled over his head, hiding the details and shadows. By the time okay, this is its own phrase. When we are close enough for the two humans to see us, they raise their machine gun. They raise their machine guns. They are dressed oddly for soldiers. Instead of the dark body armor, they wear gray contamination protection, tighter and thicker than what Amanda's scientists used when handling dangerous material. But the weight appears to be sealed with air packs on their back. They are more worried about the sickness than anyone attacking them. Stop right there, one of them says, a woman, when we reach speaking distance. When she turns to her partner and the sun doesn't reflect on her visor, I make out tension on her face, worry and suspicion, which vanishes, which vanishes under the glare when she looks at us again. This is a restricted area. Turn around now or we'll open fire. I keep my hands to my side, away from my body, from any weapon they could fear I'm hiding. We're here to help. We don't need help, the other says, a man, dismissively. The sun also reflects on his faceplate, so I can't see his expression. We have the situation under control. You do not. The growl that carries Claw's annoyance causes them to point their weapons at him, and I move before they are done. I'm not risking Claws getting hurt, even slightly. Before they register it, I'm beside them, pushing the barrels up. The man presses the trigger, and my knee in his stomach is a gentle shove that sends him back half a dozen steps, but he manages to keep his balance. The barrel burns my hand, but I'm the only one holding that machine gun now. Slight impact on my shoulder against a slight impact of my shoulder against the woman's chest, and she joins her partner, although she ends up on her back, weapon also in my hand. He helps her up. He helps her to her feet and reaches for his sidearm. Claws lands between them. A four-legged creature again, more fangs and claws than anything else. Do not pull your weapons, he warns, the words barely understandable amidst the growling. I pull a magazine from one of the machine guns, study it. What are you doing with the irradiated rounds if there aren't any demons here? I slide it back in, walk to the soldier, and hand the weapon back. There aren't. The woman eyes the machine gun in my hand suspiciously. Then isn't it a waste of expensive ammo to have that this deep in the district? She exchanges a look with her partner before taking both and backing away. Don't point them at us, I say, as she hands one to the man. We're here to help. The man taps something on his belt, and I'm ready for myself for an attack. Base, this is Tian. East Side Sentry, we have a situation. Are you and your partner operational? The voice is tinny, faint, an earpiece in the man's ear. The man swallows. Technically, yes. The silence is long. A report? We have two intruders who claim to be here to help. A man, Derick, Claus says, and the man takes a step back, hand tightening on the machine gun, but doesn't raise it. I am Claus in the dark. What was that? The tinny voice asks. I couldn't make it out. That was a demon? The man's voice shakes. It's with the man. He's Derick, the man is. He hurries to add. The demon says its name is Claus in the Darkness. In the dark, I correct. In the dark, the more the man's voice raises, his fear is increasing. His fear increasing. I exchange a look with Claws. We are both far enough from them. They have nothing to be afraid of. But Base, the man asks when the silence stretches to a minute. Please come in. Hold position. I need to contact someone who can make a decision about this. Base? The man asks again, this time with dismay. We need reinforcement. I don't think the man's human. What are they doing? The woman asks, not as afraid. I don't know. The man answers her. He said he needs to have someone else make the decision. Typical, she replies under her breath. Don't reach for your sidearm, I tell the woman as her free hand moves closer to it, without taking my eyes off the man. We are here to help, but we will defend ourselves. I'm not human. I've already demonstrated I'm faster and stronger. Don't force me to show you in what other ways I'm different. I'm going for the fan switch, she replies, annoyed. The damn thing keeps shutting down, and it's like an oven in here without it. She moves her hand slowly to a button on the belt and presses it twice. I focus and hear the sound of whirling start up. Escort them in, the teeny voice says. Say again, Base? The man replies. The orders are to escort them in. Base, the man confirmed he isn't human and he's with a demon. Please confirm the orders. Are you deaf? The voice asks, sounding annoyed even through the teeny distortion. The colonel said to bring them in. You are to make sure nothing hurts them. Is that clear? Crystal, Base, Tien out. Man swallows and looks at his partner. We have to escort them to the camp and, I quote, make sure nothing hurts them. Is that a joke? She asks, and the man shakes his head. She looks at me and Claws. Can anything hurt them? Your bullets can, I answer, if you manage to hit one of us. I smile reassuringly. I wouldn't recommend trying it. She steps away from us. Claws is on two legs again, but he doesn't look human. His skin hangs loosely over a massive form, an imitation of the trench coat I wore when I protected the city. His head is still more fangs than anything else, and the human's reaction amuses him. We walk between them towards the camp, and the soldiers follow us while maintaining... Okay, that doesn't quite work. We walk toward the camp with the soldiers following while maintaining what they think is a safe distance. The camp is a series of tents connected by tunnels of the same material as the soldiers wear, the same thing the tents are made of. They direct us to a large box made of thick plastic connected to the end of a tunnel by thicker tape. It's twice my height, the same in width and half that in depth. I see other such boxes, each connected to the network of tent by their own tunnel. When the woman opens the door, I see another one, closed. It's a decontamination room, she says, when I don't step in. Everyone goes through it before entering, no exception. Her voice is steady. She believes what she says. But it's still a room I can be sealed in. They can pump in anything they want once I'm inside. Claws shrinks to a size matching mine. We'll go in together, all of us. If they attempt to hurt us, we can destroy the container and go away to heal. When we return, we will not be offering to help. He looks at the two soldiers, but doesn't say what will happen to anyone in with us if we need to break out of it. I motion for our soldiers to go in. They hesitate, then step inside. I follow them. Claws follows me. His arm brushes my black hand, and a memory of us surfaces, us pressed together in a cave. There's a sense of something larger outside, danger, a need to protect one another. I pull away. I need to be here and now. The other soldier closes the hatch once we are inside. The two soldiers stay. They stay as far from us as they can in the confines. A mist rises around us. Chemical smell is cloying and irritating. I breathe through my mouth in an attempt to mitigate it, and the taste is worse. It is replaced with water raining over us, and I lift my head, open my mouth for it to clear the taste. When it stops, the interior door opens, revealing a corridor leading to a partially open tent flap, where I hear voices, indistinct due to the number of people arguing. The woman gets out of her protective suit. Under it, she wears the usual body armor before stepping out of the decontamination chamber. She hangs the suit on a hook and offers me a towel as her partner hangs his. She offers one to Claus, who, instead of taking it, shakes himself once and the water flies off. She mother curses as she uses the towel to wipe her face. I'm still wet when they lead us to the flap, but no longer dripping. She opens it as a man yell. There is absolutely no way I'm working with him. Not after he betrayed us last time. And that concludes chapter 12 of An Errant Dawn. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter will be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read this story, as well as the other two books in the trilogy, they are available on Kindle Unlimited. If you're looking for a different way to support me, that is on my Patreon, where just about anything I've written is available. And if you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. Links are in the notes. And with that, I shall wish you a good day.